Alright, I got a good one today. I'm going to be reviewing Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. This is the latest film in DC Animated Universe's Tomorrowverse, which started off with, I believe it was Man of Tomorrow, the Superman movie. So in this latest film, there is this being who's basically predated most societies in existence. His name is the Monitor, and he brings a bunch of heroes together from different universes. So basically, the multiverse. And his intention is to get them to work together because there is this crazy phenomenon called the antimatter wave, which is basically, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. You know, you have matter and then you have antimatter. So basically, when antimatter comes into contact with matter, it just destroys it, right? So it destroys everything it comes in contact with. It's like this cosmic thing, and it's going across the galaxy and destroying everything, but not just certain galaxies. It's going across the entire universe, and of course, it's going across entire universes. So it's spanning the multiverse. So the Monitor is tasked with bringing together the most skilled heroes in science and technology, as well as intellect and the strongest and the fastest heroes. He's bringing them together in an attempt to stop the antimatter wave from basically destroying the multiverse. That's pretty much the premise of this film. It centers around Flash for the most part. You know, we start out with Flash and he's with Iris West, and then there are times when, you know, basically we're seeing him at different points in his life, you know, present, and then we're seeing him in future and possible futures. And basically, you know, he has knowledge from the past. You know, once we see him, you know, they do a lot of time skips. It's kind of hard to keep track of, but using the knowledge that he has from the past, you know, he's able to gather the people that he needs from his future in order to, you know, their intent is to build these giant towers, basically, which will vibrate at a certain frequency or wavelength, basically, so it can nullify the antimatter wave and save Earth from destruction. And I say Earth because the Monitor explains that basically in the multiverse, if Earth is destroyed, then all other worlds are destroyed. So Earth is the most important planet in this film to protect, because if the Earth is destroyed by the antimatter wave, it destroys basically every other world in that universe. So I gotta say, this film is very, very good. Um, you know, we see some cool different Earths. You know, they give us the crime syndicate. As you can see there, there's Ultraman. So you've got, you know, Ultraman and Superwoman from the crime syndicate, and it's so funny because there's this part where Flash, he's like, wait, you guys are the government, but you're criminals. How does that work? And one of our friends we were watching it with, us, me and my brother, our friend was like, she goes, oh wow, you should tell that to our government too. So that was pretty, you know, it's pretty funny. But this film is quite the watch, honestly. There are some really good fights in here. You know, there's an unexpected villain. Um, Dr. Ivo's amazing android. You know, that's actually this guy right here. There's a plot centering around him, and, you know, obviously Dr. Ivo created this android. If you've ever seen Ivo in any other TV shows or comics, he's just this incredibly powerful artificial intelligence who continues to learn and evolve, and he can also absorb the powers of any metahuman. And there's a nice plot there. You know, there is a real reason why Dr. Ivo created him, and it was basically to well, I'm going to get into spoilers now. He created him to basically extend his own life. His intention was for um, for Mazo to steal the powers and energy of metahumans and to transfer it to ailing humans that were dying. And there is a plot around Amazo that actually unfolds later in the timeline that we see with him and Flash. So that was a really cool, I mean, that was kind of the main plot besides the whole antimatter wave thing. So overall, this film is really, really good. I can't believe this is just part one. And, you know, the ending, if you guys have seen it, you already know what I'm talking about. It's got an ending that is it's reminiscent of a certain film and a giant franchise, the giant um, cinematic franchise that is the rival to DC. You guys know what I'm talking about, especially if you've seen the film. So they leave you on this cliffhanger, and it's, it's like, man, what are they gonna do next with this? So I'm excited for part two. I think this is part one in a trilogy, so I think there's two more parts, but man, I'm stoked. I am super excited about the finale, which is Crisis on Infinite Earths part 2 and 3. So let me know what you guys think. If you've seen this movie, did you like it? Um, and let me know what you think is going to happen. You know, in the final two films. I never read the comic book of Crisis on Infinite Earths, so I'm not sure how they're going to end it this way. But let me know what you guys think. Write a comment down below, and let me know if you like my Bizarro shirt. And I'll see you next time.